Welcome, everybody, to episode 31 of the Great Western Podcast. Today is Saturday, January 17th. I am your host, as always, Marc the Wizard Maserlian, and we're joined today by Lakers beat writer Jay and Coach Theory. What's up, boys?
Hey,
Morning.
hey.
Good morning, good morning. So we're gonna jump into some little trivia again, like we did last week. Okay. I was actually at my chiropractor yesterday. Big shout out to Jason Pimentel, an amazing chiropractor over in LA. If you're in the Burbank area, I would highly recommend. So he's a big basketball fan, and we talk a lot of sports. And he asked me a good question. He asked me, "Do you know what the Pinoy step is?" And I looked back and I said, "What's a Pinoy step?" Okay, so I asked you guys, do you guys know what a
No
Pinoy?
idea.
Do you have
No
no idea
clue.
what a Pinoy step?
I
Jay,
do.
No
what
I
clue.
do.
you
I
do?
think,
Let's hear it.
yeah, I think I've seen Manny Pacquiao do it.
Mm. Okay, yes, yes, go for it.
Shout
What's the
out to one
Pinoy
of the
step?
boxing greats. I think it's like a Eurostep,
Okay, yes, with
partially,
you're on
but
the
with a
right
travel,
track.
but with a travel.
Close, close,
I'm not
close.
sure. Go ahead. What did he
Okay,
say?
it's a variation of the Euro step, but you know how the Euro step has like it's like a 1-2 and it's like a lateral move? The
Yeah.
Pinoy step is actually on the first step, you have to do a pump fake or a shot fake where to get the contender up in the air before you do the other move. It's actually a thing. I looked it up. I was like, how did
Oh,
I never know about this?
yeah, I know.
I
It's
don't I
it's
don't know
because
why you would go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
it's because typically, obviously, the Filipino culture is not as tall as other cultures that are also playing basketball, just to stay politically
That's what
correct
he
here.
said. That's what he said. That's
That's
what
what
he
the
said.
No
stats
offense.
show.
No
Yeah.
offense. So that's what they gotta throw
You
you
gotta do
off
the
with the
pump fake.
first because they know that
Okay.
if they're coming here, they're not doing anything with that.
All right. So yeah,
I
so
love it. I
so
love it.
so yeah, so that was a good one.
Shout out to Manny
Wait, so
Pacquiao.
to
Yeah.
clarify, the Pinoy step is the same thing as the Euro step. You just add a pump fake to get your
On the
defender
first
off the
step.
ground.
On the first step. On the
Hit
first
you with
step.
that.
It's a variation
That's
of the Euro step.
hilarious.
Yeah, I know. And
That's
I was like
hilarious.
watching highlights. I'm like, how have I never noticed this?
I just think it's funny they got to put a name to it because to me that's just a Euro step. You know what I'm saying?
But it's specifically,
Sure, you had
yeah,
the
Yeah.
pump
sure.
fake. You know what that reminds me of? Me living out here in Ensenada is, they give different names to like an empanada versus a taquito versus a quesadilla.
Yeah,
The only difference is it's folded a bit different. Same
Yeah.
ingredients, just
yeah. I hear
fried on
that.
one side, but it's a totally different name. And they're like, "Bro, you've never done the Pinoy step?" I'm like, "The heck is a Pinoy
Pinoy
step?"
step sounds good. I like it. So it's
I love it. It's
I want to give a
fantastic.
big shout out. And I kind of like this whole idea with a little bit of trivia on the front. And I give so Sylv nothing. Jay, you get partial credit.
Oh,
But I will
are
say,
we tallying?
I mean, I don't, I
I
can
wish I
start.
was on the last
I'm
pod. I
gonna
would have had a
start.
hundred.
You knew those, but I will say
No.
because it was fun because I was with them. Actually, I was looking at some demographics. I want to give a big shout out to our listeners over in the Philippines because outside of the United States, we have about 37% of our viewership is in the U.S. The next highest country is the Philippines with 31% of our viewership. So big shout out to you guys out there.
Oh,
Has there
Yeah.
ever been a Filipino player in the NBA?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Let's look that up.
I
Maybe
don't
the
know.
viewers can comment. Let us
Yeah,
know.
let us know. Has there been? I actually don't know.
who's
It's
your favorite? Who's
Oh,
your favorite?
isn't Jalen Green actually?
Wait, Kyle
Jalen Gr-
Kuzma.
K-
Kyle
Kuzma?
Kuzma?
He's Philip. I don't know if Kyle Kuzma. I know Jalen Green is. Check out I think because another shout out to Josh Lloyd. He calls Jalen Green the Filipino legend. I think Jalen Green
Okay.
is. Yeah, check it out. I don't know if Kuzma is.
And Manny Pacquiao is the Filipino legend of
Yeah, there you
legends.
go. Well, another thing that Pimentel said was, he said outside of boxing, basketball are the Filipinos' favorite sport. And I know Jay, you're a big boxing fan too. So
Yeah.
And
yeah.
also on my record that came out, our third most listened country is the Philippines and Indonesia.
Wow. There we
Yeah.
Love it.
go. So big,
So
yeah,
much
big
Love
love
it.
to the Phil. I'm gonna come out and visit you guys. Finding New Frank tour coming up. Plug in our sponsor real
There you
quick.
That's
go.
right,
I'm gonna go out
baby.
to the Philippines. Come visit.
I love that. I love that.
Love me some lumpia.
Oh, Clarkson,
Oh
Filipino.
yes, Clarkson
Yes.
too. Clarkson
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Can you fact check me on Jalen?
Let's see. Is Jalen?
Pinoy power. That's what they
Pinoy,
say.
yeah. This is gonna be the Pinoy. I'm gonna tell Chu to put the Pinoy uh uh
Raymond
thumbnail.
Townsend, Jalen Green,
Yeah,
Filipino.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so guys, So that's a lot of fun stuff for the introduction here. I do like this little trivia, and but we're gonna get started. We're gonna move into the main topic for today. We're gonna focus on the Lakers. And the big question here today is JJ Redick on the hot seat? The Lakers have, I think, lost four of their last five games. They're looking like they're in disarray. What's going on? What do the Lakers need to do to get better? What's wrong in Lakerland? We're gonna start with you, Coach Theory. What do Lakers have to do? Is JJ on the hot seat?
So I think most of you guys know my stance on the Lakers, and I'm not going to make this segment bashing LeBron. We're going to try to focus on everything else the Lakers can do. But before, please let me have my time to bash LeBron because my
Okay,
brother and
sure.
I came up with
Oh my
an
gosh.
interesting. You know how my brother, Dr. Peltzer, and I are stats people, and we look at betting strategies, etc. If you had placed $100 on the spread this year in the game where LeBron sits out, you'd be up 300. If you had placed it on the money line, you'd be up 700. In the game where LeBron is in, where he's playing, you'd be down 380 and 210 relatively.
Okay.
So what that means is the betting markets favor LeBron more so than he should be favored.
You're tracking that. Okay, so
Yeah.
so
Can you
so
So,
explain to people that are non-betters if you're down 380 versus when if you're up 380?
so essentially you put $100 on every game, right?
Okay.
On every game that so far this season, on every game where LeBron has sat out, you'd be up 300 betting the spread, meaning if you guys don't know what the spread is yet, every game says, okay, team A is going to win by X amount. That's your spread. And if you
Right.
bet for team A, they have to win by that or more. If you
Right.
bet for team
right.
B, they either lose by that or less.
Okay. And then you
So,
would win $380
so if
on
you
your
had bet
$100?
$100 on every game that LeBron has sat, if you bet spread, you'd be up $300. If you bet money line, meaning just for the
Just
Lakers
to
to win,
win.
right? You'd be up $700. So that probably means that Lakers weren't favored to win certain games when LeBron was sitting, that they did win, and the payout is greater,
Got it.
right? And on the flip side, on the games where LeBron has played, if you did the same thing, bet $100, you'd be down $380 on the spread and down 210 on the money line.
So you would only technically win how much if they did win?
If What do you mean?
Like if they did win the game when he was in and you bet $100, how much would you win on your $100?
Well, it depends on the game. Some pay out more, some pay out less. I'm just saying if you bet on every single game
Mhm.
at this point of the season, you'd be down 380 on the games LeBron played,
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
right?
Well, it goes to
Wow.
show you. It goes to show you the hype of it and what people think LeBron is bringing
Yeah,
versus
betting markets are very interesting. You
yeah.
know, they're when
I'll tell
you
you
it,
this.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Watching the games, it's been a real like up and down with LeBron. It feels like this season. It feels like some games he really like overachieves,
Like
and
the
then
Hawks game.
like the Hawks game, right? Where you're
Incredible.
sitting there like, are you kidding me? And then the next game he'll come back and it'll be a complete
Like
almost like meltdown by the team
Yeah.
because but that all comes back to the defense. There are so many plays where he's just letting his man cut back door. He's just not even. It seems like he's not even paying attention. But I just like I said, I think he's just getting older. I
you
think
can't do it every night, dude. That's what it
he can't
is.
do it every night,
Yeah.
man.
So as we said, we didn't want to make this a LeBron episode. Let's go back to your question mark. Is JJ on the hot seat?
Yeah.
Uh, we're a year and a half into JJ. At first, when he came to the Lakers, I was obviously very skeptical, as many were, because we're talking about a coach who before that was coaching what, fourth graders.
Yeah,
He had
his son's
zero
team or something.
zero head coaching experience, and then also the way it was done, it just felt like kind of a LeBron move. If you're
Right.
if you're a true Laker fan, you don't want one player, any player, running your organization, much less Clutch Sports or LeBron. If you're me. Um, and it just felt like, oh, well, they got the guy LeBron wanted. Why? Because he's on the podcast and they've always been buddies. That being said, JJ won me over the last year and a half.
Agreed.
Um, but we do know that when the Lakers specifically, when a lot of teams underperform, the coach is going to be in the hot seat. We've seen a lot of coaching changes somewhat undeserved, especially last year. Who did we see go? The Denver coach and the Memphis coach or something like that.
Hmm.
Those were eyebrow raising because they weren't even struggling. I mean, the Grizzlies probably were, but Denver wasn't.
They were in the playoffs.
Who? Grizzlies?
No, the Nuggets,
Yeah, of course,
they
of
let go of
course.
Malone. They put in Adelman when they were a
Yeah.
playoff team.
Right before
So
the
that
season
was that
ended.
was eyebrow raising. But when you see coaching changes, it's usually a team that's struggling. Uh, Also, we know notoriously that LeBron is a head coach destroyer, right? I mean, how many head coaches have we
I thought
seen?
you said you were not bashing on LeBron.
Right, right. No,
I don't.
no,
I
but
thought you said you
I'm
weren't
just
gonna
saying
be.
this is why JJ could be in the hot seat. That also from remember a couple weeks back, he did a post game interview where he was like, "Oh, that I can't do 53 more games like this. We're gonna have a very uncomfortable practice,
I
right?"
remember that.
And the front office wasn't happy with that. I was actually fine with that. We need those uncomfortable conversations. But it doesn't seem like anything really has changed since then. We lost to the last place, the Lakers, lost to the last place Kings by double digits.
Yeah, that was
They
an
came
ugly
back and
loss.
played great against the Hawks
Right.
and then just got demolished, like zero defense,
But the
absolutely no defense. LaMelo
Kings
Ball
are
just launching threes.
the Kings are surging a little bit.
They
The
are
Kings have
surging,
some
and
players.
I'd love to chat about the Kings because I like their players.
Kings are
But we
surging, and then also uh, the Hornets have one of the most potent offenses the last 12 games.
That's
They're
right.
outscoring everybody.
Their efficiency
They have
rating
some
is through the
turnovers.
roof right now. They've actually been playing pretty well for a basement team. Yeah,
right,
absolutely, Jay.
and I agree with you guys. But these are L's that shouldn't happen at the same time.
Yeah, not
You
on your
know,
home court. Not on your home court. I mean,
not on your home court, definitely not. Maybe one dropping throughout the season, sure, two that'll happen. But when you have what are they've lost 8 of the last 12 or something like that.
8 of the last 13, I believe, something like that.
The Lakers are definitely struggling. I thought that some of those things would be addressed in that uncomfortable practice, and we're kind of seeing the same old,
Well,
same old.
okay. So let me ask you, Jay, is this an issue of getting Austin Reeves healthy? Is this the issue of getting maybe Rui back in the, kind of, I know he's back, but he was out for a little bit. Is it coming down to like a healthy Austin Reeves? Because when he was playing at the beginning of the season, they were dominating, right? Or is there something deeper than that about like DeAndre Ayton not being a physical center, or they not having a bench, or is it a trade that needs to happen for them to get picked up? Which one?
And let
What
me add one
one?
question to Jay. Do you feel that JJ still dominates the locker room? We've seen LeBron brush him off and call out plays. Do you feel like JJ has a good control of his players, and do you feel like his system is being implemented well?
So I think JJ, to start off, because that's what we're talking about, I think JJ has the right schematics. I think he's got great plays. I think he's trying to get the team to play the right way. I think he's
I
got a
agree.
strong emphasis on defense.
Yeah.
Um, I think he's the guy. He's definitely the guy that you want leading the team. He's a gamer. He's really, really hyper competitive, as I'm sure every coach is in the NBA. But you can tell he really, really is trying to create a system for the Lakers to be successful. Um, then
And I
but
love that about him.
yeah, I really do.
He'll call the timeout and get pissed at the player. You see he's
Right,
engaged,
Yeah,
during the
exactly.
game.
Which is a stark contrast to Darvin Ham,
A
thankfully.
huge. He'd
Hands in
have his
pocket,
hand in his pockets,
hands in
be on his
pocket.
phone. Man,
But I think the struggle comes down to the personnel, and there's a couple of things with that. It's the
okay,
personnel is
okay,
consistently getting injured. We're having every game it's somebody's out, whether it's Luca, whether it's Jackson Hayes, whether
right.
but
it's
that's
real.
true across the league, though.
It is, and it isn't. Like the Spurs have been consistently healthy, except
Mm,
obviously outside of Wemby. But like you got all those
I
guys
mean,
like
Harper was out earlier this season.
sure,
Right now, Vassell is out.
Okay. Well,
Fox is
okay,
out.
so with the
okay.
personnel, Jay, what do you think what needs to change with the personnel then, or what has to go? What do we need to see from the Lakers to turn this around?
What we need to see, in my opinion, is everyone healthy back and see how they play for a consistent stretch. And then you could kind of figure out how to plug the holes. but I don't think they have enough time with the trade
No,
deadline.
yeah, yeah.
So that is an issue that I think Rob Pelinka needs to take a look at. I think the coaching staff needs to take a look at. But it really hurts when you don't have a backup center like Jackson Hayes, who brings energy, he's the guy that gets the lobs, he's the guy that brings the aggression to the team. You don't have a Rui hitting the corner threes,
Yeah.
hitting those mid ranges. I think it's really important to have those people. And then obviously Austin Reeves, I mean, that's 25 points a night, easy.
Yeah, I think Austin Reeves is the main factor because we were seeing Luca's going to get his. He's leading the
Yeah.
NBA in scoring, but LeBron can't be the second scorer. When Austin Reeves was playing with Luca, they were a very potent offense that they could play off
Yeah.
of each other, and it put a lot of pressure on teams to keep up. With it just being Doncic, you're not really getting enough. Teams are hanging around, especially the Lakers can't come back if they get behind, that kind of stuff.
Or it seems like they're actually funneling everything through LeBron and Luca, and they're like, okay, let's make these two guys beat us. These guys can't score 120 points themselves, but let's
Yeah.
guard everyone else and let's make these guys beat us. Which is they haven't found a solution for that yet. And obviously Gabe Vincent isn't stepping up. Jared Vanderbilt, maybe one of the worst Lakers ever.
Lot of smoke on Vando these days. I think. Well, I will say,
Just
I think Laravia has been playing well as an
oh,
he's
Moravian,
been playing well defensively, but
incredible.
he needs to be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive side to take his shot. I feel like sometimes he gets the ball in the lane, he has a layup, he passes it out. He needs to put a putback in or something. I think. The rotations, JJ's rotations have been good, but like you said, Jay, with everyone being injured, there's roles that people are trying to fill that they're not suited to do. And
Yeah.
and I think it's tough. It's
Well,
tough.
it's hard to develop consistency with the role players if Luka's dominating the ball and scoring 45 a game, 30 a game. A lot of players pass up their shots and give it back to Luka because I mean, why wouldn't you, right?
Right.
So it's tough right now for the Lakers personnel wise, but I think you also have to take a look at the training team, like the medical team for the Lakers, and like are they doing their job to keep these guys healthy? I think that's league wide, and I heard Draymond Green talk about it on the podcast. There's some teams that the training staff, the medical staff is less than other teams, like where these guys are able to keep their players healthy. So I
Hmm.
don't know what's going on back there. Obviously, we don't, but like maybe it's something to take a look at. Maybe it's a reason why these guys aren't healthy. Who
And with
knows?
new ownership, they should definitely invest in that. If there are improvements to be done there.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I
what
have
you
no
said,
idea
what
about
you
that. Yeah.
what you said is really important too. The fact that Jackson Hayes is out because how do you guys feel on the season? Our big offseason acquisition was Aiton, right? He
Aiden
comes
has
in.
a nice mid range. He's got a nice touch
I
around the
I
rim.
think he's getting a little bit unnecessary hate on him. I think he is kind of a finesse big, but I think he's been playing well. I mean, he was averaging like 19 and 9 at the beginning of the season. He sometimes seems to disappear on the defensive end, but and
Yeah,
maybe lack of
defensively, it's
effort.
just hard.
Yeah, his question, like sometimes it's easy to question his effort when you see him play
Right,
'cause he's kind of
right.
like he's a finesse guy, and I think some players don't like some people don't like the way he plays. Some analysts. But I don't think he's playing like horribly. I don't think he's playing poorly, but we need a little
It's
bit
just
more.
defensively, especially when he has an off game or whatever. You don't have that Jackson Hayes right now to come in
Yeah,
and be the tough guy down low. We don't have anyone down low who's a big, really. Like
yeah.
Aiton does not feel like a big. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I,
Um,
I said it early in the season. I really felt like Jackson Hayes was going to be the new Derek Lively, and I think Luca has brought him to that level
No,
in some
I
way.
would agree. I agree. I agree
I
with you.
actually prefer having Jackson Hayes in there for defensive purposes.
Over
Not
Aiton.
saying not saying he's like a lockdown defender or anything like that,
Yeah,
but over Aiton. I mean, that
Yeah,
game against Charlotte, I was just watching him. Like, he'd literally just kind of put his hand up like that when there's a shot, but not really do anything. Wouldn't box out well. Rebounds wouldn't come. Like, he'll like reach out for a rebound, and that's the maximum effort.
like
but
this.
with all that said, I think the Lakers got to stick it out with JJ Redick. I think once LeBron's off the books, or hopefully, or at the end of the season, I think the Lakers have a chance to put together a team with the right schematics that can hopefully bring us back to the promised land.
And
Yeah.
so if this season, what can we do to address this season if you're the GM? You mentioned time is not on our side, so we can't wait out to get the players healthy. That doesn't seem like a strategy
I
that's
mean,
going to work.
I think Austin Reeves healthy, I think is a huge deal. You know, he hasn't played
Sure,
for
for
a month
sure.
or something, right? And he was averaging 28 points and he was playing at an all-star caliber level. I mean, I don't know. Do I think that they're gonna make a move? Probably they'll make a move, but what that's gonna be, I don't know. I would probably just say let's let Austin come back and hope that this team can be a tough out in the playoffs. That's what I think is the limit of what these Lakers are capable of this year. Um,
Yeah. Seems like
you
they're
know,
built to outscore people, and when they don't have
yes.
their scores in, they can't
Exactly.
outscore people. So like, how are they going to do it?
So that means we're talking first round exit in five again.
Man, hopefully not five. Hopefully not
I,
five.
I'm pretty sure that's what we're heading for.
I mean, I
Well,
hope
I
for
mean,
my pockets
it
it's
depends. Yeah,
less fast out.
it
Well, we
depends.
have we have teams like the Portland Trailblazers that are on the up. We have
Clippers.
Clippers are on the up. Whereas
Horrible.
Lakers kind of feel like they're on the downside. Will Austin Reeves coming back turn that ship around? It seems like the front office is trying to make some moves. We've heard rumors about Kaminga. I don't know how y'all feel
Right.
about that. I wanted to
I
I
address.
saw
don't know if Kaminga's gonna move the needle all that much, Tom.
No, me
who,
neither.
who's I saw something about like John Morant and who's their other big player?
JJ,
Uh,
Triple J, Jaren Jackson.
Jared Jackson. If they could pull that off and getting both of those guys to the Lakers.
So you're
John Moran
addressing
and Triple J
also.
as a Laker. I don't know if I could stomach that, dude. I don't know if
Well,
I
you're also addressing the Clutch Sports comment that the front office and the league, or not the league, the fans have taken pretty. They weren't too happy with those comments. Um,
what were
he
those
mentioned
again?
trading. He
What were the
mentioned
comments?
trading Austin Reeves for Jackson Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared Jackson.
I mean, man, putting the best player, and also the thing is, I think Jackson's I forget who one of the managers of these players is like his competition, right? So putting your star player on the hot seat for Jackson Jr. I mean, sure, Jackson Jr. won Defensive Player of the Year a few years ago,
Two
but
years
like, come
ago.
on,
Yeah.
we're talking Austin Reeves right now. You're not going to do that,
No,
and that's not needed considering you're the manager of LeBron James and a huge presence in the Lakers, organization.
yeah, I didn't like that either. I don't like that either. But there's always that posturing. There's always talk. There's always people talking
You
about,
guys
especially
don't think Jared Jackson would move the needle for the Lakers?
I mean, he would give us that big down low defensively that is
That's what
needed.
we need.
yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know. I
but you
just
wouldn't ship. I mean, shipping Reeves for that is insane.
I don't know. I mean, I think I don't know how much I like Jaren Jackson's game. I don't know what it is about like that Memphis squad that I don't know, maybe just like my a couple years back, when they played him
You did
against the
not like
Jazz.
him.
I just didn't I guess like I'm still kind of stuck on this idea or like we're like they're like the bad guys for me, with that whole like that I'm so happy. I remember we were all over in the desert. We were all in Palm Springs for Rob's bachelor party watching that game when the
That was
Lakers
a fun series.
that was a fun series. But I do think Jaren Jackson is good, but I think he's dropped off quite a bit. I mean, I think he's been playing pretty well lately, but I don't know. I don't
He's an
know.
offensive liability, that's
I
for
don't
sure.
know, dude.
Offensively, he's got this weird 3-pointer. Then he tries to dribble like he's a guard and coughs up the ball trying to drive the lane.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like his
I
offensive.
wouldn't trade Austin. I wouldn't trade Austin because of
Absolutely
how
not.
amazing he was playing at the beginning of the
Yeah,
season and how good the team was doing with him and Luca, this like massive 1-2 punch,
yeah,
even when LeBron
yeah,
was out.
yeah.
So I would rather just hold on and wait to see that happen and give them a chance to kind of maybe because it's a momentum. NBA, these teams get hot, teams drop off, and the standings are very tight outside of OKC.
Absolutely,
Even the
absolutely.
Spurs, I mean, look, 28 and 13, 28 and 13, 27 and 15. Like I got the standings over here. Like, it's tight all the way through the play-in. Suns, Warriors.
Let's poll our audience. What is more likely, the
Yeah.
Lakers to miss the playoffs or the Clippers to make the playoffs? What do you guys think?
Mhm.
Man, the Clippers they've won five in a row, and I mean it's possible for them to. I mean they're in the play-in right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll
So
So
see.
it is. I mean, so it's tight 2 through 6. But then 6, 7, 8, 9, even that is super tight. I mean, Blazers, who are bottom team, are now, over 500.
Not
You know.
yet, not yet. They're 20 and 22, so they're catching. They're
Oh, okay.
close. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
So they're
They're
right there,
getting.
but they're in the play-in, right?
They're in the play-in. It's Suns.
Yeah.
Suns at 7. Warriors
Blazers play
8.
Lakers tonight.
Yeah, I mean the Lakers. If the Lakers got to win this game.
It's
Against the
at
Blazers.
Portland. Portland plays really well at home.
Is
My money's
Avdija
on Portland.
playing or no?
I don't know yet, but my money's on Portland regardless.
The Lakers have a really tough stretch coming down the next five
Who are
games.
they playing, Jay?
Think they're playing I think you got it up, or I
I'm
think they
looking at.
got the
I got it.
Blazers, they got Toronto.
They got OKC coming up too, right?
Yep, Toronto's streaking.
Nuggets, Mavs, Clippers, Bulls.
Clippers. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a
No,
nice
OKC
drug
is
match.
until later.
It's a tough stretch.
Abdija is doubtful tonight, so I mean he's been playing at a really high level as well for the
Yeah.
Blazers
But
over
they got
there.
Jeremy Grant back. They got Holiday back. And I watched the last couple Blazers games. They're playing very well.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean
That's going
excited
to
to
be a
see
very tough opponent tonight.
the Bronny versus Holiday matchup.
there you go. I don't know, it's still like it will remain to be seen. Obviously, I mean the trade deadline is in February. What February 5th? So we're a couple weeks out. I think they're gonna. I think some needles are gonna start moving, and I think once we already got one big trade with Trey. Let's see what other things start happening. I mean, I
The
don't
the
know.
other Lakers trade that was kind of floating around was I mean there wasn't a trade, but it seems like the front office is trying to move both Gabe Vincent. They're trying to package Gabe Vincent and Vanderbilt.
Who
I
wants
think
that?
exactly.
Who wants Gabe and Vando?
You
Who would
can't.
you get for him?
Yeah, yeah. And I think the Lakers, if you're a GM, you got to be in a position that's like you got to think about Luka's future. Does that mean this season's a scratch? Kind of does, in my opinion. But what can you do?
Yeah.
Time's not on the Lakers side. What options are out there? You know, you got
Luca's doing his job though. That's for sure.
Yeah,
oh,
Luka's
Luka's
doing it.
doing
Yeah,
yeah,
Luka's. I mean, he's
Luca's
leading.
doing his job. He,
He's leading for the scoring
absolutely.
title, right? He's averaging like 33 or 34 points a game. He's leading the NBA in
yeah.
points per game. So I mean, but it has been a fun year for the Lakers thus far. I will say it is more exciting to watch, but
Yeah.
than it's been the last couple of years. So
LaMelo Ball was going for their throats though.
the
That
Oh
was
LaMelo had his
man,
best game
insane
of the
last
season. I was watching that
game.
game.
he's launching
Were you at the
bombs.
game, Jay? Were
No,
you at that game?
I was supposed to go to the game, but I had just gone to the game before versus the Hawks, and I had some stuff to do, so I let my dad go, and he took a date or whatever.
Okay.
And I was watching from home, and I was just like, I'm so glad I'm not at this game. I would have been so frustrated.
I know that whole thing with the one shot. I don't know, but with
He's got a
Lamelo,
weird form,
yeah, it's
weird
weird for me.
shooting form.
I wonder.
He's
I
a
mean,
dog though.
Lamelo has been in the league for quite some time. He was an all-star early in his career. He had a lot of injury. He had a lot of injuries that kind of kept him on the shelf. But that team hasn't really been good. But now they got some pieces. They got Brandon Miller.
Con, don't sleep
Yeah,
on Con.
Con Canupo. I mean, is he a dark horse to win? Is he a dark horse
That
to win
team ain't
the
doing nothing.
that boy is a dog.
that's
That team's not
no,
doing
that's what I'm
anything.
saying. I don't know if I believe like I don't know. They gotta win. They gotta do something. They haven't even been in the play-in. But is can I mean I know we're kind of jumping here, but can Khan win the NBA Rookie of the Year over Cooper, or is it gonna
He's
be
up.
Cooper?
He's up for it.
He's up for it. I think they're right there. But
Yeah.
with the Lakers, oh hey, one player we didn't mention. What do you guys think about Marcus Smart's contributions? Has he been is he been playing okay? Is he doing what we need him to do? Is he filling a role that the nice role? Like where are you at with that with
I
Smart?
like I like his veteran presence, and I like his defensive effort, and I like his efforts to get the team kind of like rallied together. I don't know if he necessarily has the skill to be out there all the time, but I think it's somebody you definitely want in your locker room.
Yeah, I feel like he's been playing pretty well and like in those regards too.
I thought it was a great acquisition in the offseason, especially because he came off waiver. Someone waived him, or I forget what they did, but he wasn't available in the summer till a lot later on, and it seemed like no one was coming to LA. And I thought it was a very nice addition. I think we lack a lot of defense, and he is a great defender.
He is.
Uh,
He
y'all
is.
know my favorite stat. He was the Laker with the highest plus minus for the first half of the season. But offensively, man, like every shot he takes, I'm like, oof.
Uh,
It's,
I'm
Yeah.
not
it's just
sure.
You
He's
know?
streaky. He's streaky. He can hit a bucket. If he hits a
Yeah,
three,
so
if he sees one goes
exactly, you
down,
can't.
but he's been trying to, he's not someone you want to be driving to the lane and
No.
you don't want that. But I mean, I do think it's been a good addition to the team
I
and
mean, without him, I feel like with the Lakers would have lost a lot more games by a lot more.
yeah,
That's
Yeah,
for
for
sure.
sure.
I think defensively he's been present. I mean, we've basically talked about everybody. What about okay? But what about Connect? Should he get more minutes? What about Nick Smith Jr.? Are these guys play? They should
Nick
get.
Yeah.
Smith Jr. is
Should they
good.
get more minutes? Should they
I
get?
think he deserves more minutes. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah,
Yeah, he could be a little bit of a defensive liability size-wise if you got
Sure.
tall guards. But he's a go-getter. He's a bucket getter for
yeah,
sure.
I would definitely have him off the bench getting regular minutes if we're trying to outscore opponents. That guy's a pure shooter.
yeah.
You
And
know?
He's a
I'll give
volume
Vanderbilt some
scorer.
credit. Vanderbilt is a solid offensive rebounder slash rebounder, and he can lock up a good like small forward guard sometimes. But offensively, it's just
Yeah,
the Lakers at the end of the day right now are just they're not making shots.
yeah,
They're missing a lot of shots, and that comes and goes during the season. So if they get hot,
Yeah, we need Reeves back.
they can put
it just
themselves
it
in a
Reeves
just
drops
position.
bomb.
Yeah.
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 So.
I mean,
And when is he
Vanderbilt.
coming back?
Yeah,
When do
that.
they say Austin Reeves is coming
Let me
back?
see. Yeah, let me see. When is
He's
Austin?
already
He'll
been
be
out.
reevaluated, I think, at the end of
End
January.
of January, they're gonna be reevaluated. So that doesn't mean it's coming
But
back. It's gonna be
it's a
reevaluated.
hamstring, right?
Yeah,
It's a hamstring, right?
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's a calf string.
that's
It's a
something
calf
that
string.
plagues you all season.
Yeah,
If you don't get that right, you're not the same player all season. I mean, look, it's happened to so many players, and James Harden was a great example of one. He went down with the hamstring, and he wasn't the same player for an important season. I think it was for the Clippers or the Rockets. I don't remember. LeBron's had a hamstring injury. Anthony Edwards had a hamstring injury. It's tough. It's a tough
yeah,
one to come back from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
Just to recap on what we started off with, I do think JJ is the right coach for the Lakers moving forward. This year is just kind of a tough one, and I think all players and personnel and front office is just going to have to tough this one out.
yeah,
Unless I don't see any needle moving, as they say, as the Lakers front office wants to call it, moves that can be done. It doesn't seem like Giannis coming to LA is realistic. It doesn't seem like Marc in it. All the hopes, the Laker
yeah,
hopes, doesn't seem like any of that's happening this season, which makes sense given the current state of the Lakers. But next year, the future is bright. We have the Don in LA. We
right.
have a very solid coach, in my opinion. We have 56 mil coming off the books next year. We need to
that's
build a team around Luca.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do with LeBron and if LeBron wants to come back and how much they're going to offer him. Do they give him that Kobe?
I don't even think that's gonna happen.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
You
It's
know,
It's going to be uncomfortable. That's for
they
sure.
will very be. And let's pull our audience one more time. If we do, if LeBron's or even if he stays, but stays on the on a smaller contract, let's pull our audience. Are the Lakers winning a chip with Luca first, or are the Spurs winning a chip first?
dang,
What
that's
do y'all
big.
think?
That's a big question. All right, so we're gonna leave our audience with that. This is another riveting Lakers talk, and we had some nice fun stuff at the front end of the with the Pinoy step. So follow, subscribe, uh, you know,
Comment.
comment. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching the Great Western Podcast. We're out for today. All right, later, y'all.
Cheers.